In the heart of Yumyuk, a quiet village wrapped in the traditions of its ancestors, Obina was the man every husband respected and every wife admired. Strong, humble, and always the first to help during yam festivals. No one could imagine that beneath his calm exterior lay a web of secrets, and one lie that would tear two families apart. Obina's wife, Adaeze, was the perfect village woman, devoted, prayerful, and proud of her heritage. Together, they had two children, Chuka, a spirited boy with his father's smile, and Uzoamako, whose laughter warmed the compound like early harmattan's sun. But unknown to Adaeze, Obina had another family. In a neighboring village, he had a second wife named Ngozi, a woman he married during a journey to settle his late uncle's land dispute. Their union was passionate but dangerous. Ngozi was not of Yumyuk blood, and marrying her without elder approval was taboo. Years passed. Obina lived a double life, traveling to Ngozi's village every Eek market day, claiming he went to deliver palm wine. He even fathered a son, Ikena, with her. The boy was strong but often ill. His sickness grew worse each year, despite rituals and herbs. Meanwhile, Adaeze began having disturbing dreams. In each one, a boy with Chuka's eyes stood in a burning forest, calling out to her in a voice she did not know. Shaken, she sought the village priestess, Mama Ijeoma, who told her, "There is another child tied to your husband. If this secret stays buried, blood will spill and ancestors will not spare the innocent." Adaeze confronted Obina. He denied everything, swore by the gods, even poured libation to prove his innocence. And Adaeze, heartbroken, believed him until one day. She followed him secretly on Eek Day. She watched as he entered Ngozi's compound. She saw him embrace the woman and lift a sickly boy into his arms. Her heart shattered. But before she could leave, she overheard something chilling. Ngozi, whispering, "Are you sure we can still leave before Adaeze finds out? The charm my father gave us is fading. Ikena's illness. It's the curse. It's already beginning. Obina, we leave next week. I've arranged a canoe to take us across the river to Enugu. But don't tell anyone, especially not the priestess." Adaeze fled, shaken. She ran to Mama Ijeoma, who only nodded gravely. "The ancestors have seen. The child Ngozi bore was never meant to be. Ngozi's father was once a high priest, banished for using dark charms to curse Yumyuk. This union was revenge cloaked as love. The village elders were summoned under the sacred Irako tree. Obina was brought forth and forced to confess. Adaeze stood by, holding Chuka's hand tightly. Ngozi arrived uninvited, clutching her son, her eyes glowing with rage. Then came the final twist. Chuka and Ikena were twins separated at birth. By a spiritual ritual Ngozi's father performed in secret. Ikena had been cursed to draw sickness to his twin unless Obina publicly confessed his betrayal. The curse could only be broken if Adaeze willingly forgave Obina and allowed Ikena to be raised in her household. Tears rolled down Adaeze's face. Her world had crumbled. Yet, she looked at Ikena, her son's twin, and whispered, "Come, my child." The curse lifted. The wind changed. The villagers gasped as the sky cleared. Suddenly, and sign from the ancestors, that justice had been served. Obina was exiled. Ngozi vanished days later, her fate unknown. Adaeze raised both sons as her own, teaching them strength, forgiveness, and the heavy price of secrets. What happened next? Chuka and Ikena grew into men who never repeated their father's mistakes. But the forest where Adaeze saw the burning boy, it remains cursed until this day. No one dares enter it.